My face is really numb right now, so it's hard to talk.
I haven't been to the dentist in a few years, which is bad. And it's not just because I'm scared of sharp metal objects near my soft, sweet gums. It's largely because I couldn't afford to go to a dentist regularly in the US. And while I have had insurance in the past, it was always spotty and I never knew how much it was going to cost. So, like many Americans, I put off going to the dentist and avoided the annual cleaning, in part large because of fear, but also because of cost.
But now we live in Spain and we have dental insurance. It's part of our healthcare plan. And in this video, we're going to talk about the cost of our dental insurance, what it's like to go to the dentist in Spain, and give you those details so you know what it's like if you want to move abroad and live in Spain like we do.
Moving to Spain isn't just about sipping vermouth and walking the Camino and staring at the buildings in the plaza. It's a lot about that, but you're also going to have to do really normal, sometimes painful things like go to the dentist.
I'm Lainey.
And I'm Shawn. And this is Days We Spend at the dentist.
Cleaning our teeth.
How much does dental insurance cost in Spain? So if you know the channel, you know that we are living in Spain on a non-lucrative visa. One of the requirements for our visa is that we each have to have full coverage, no copay, no deductible medical insurance. We go through Adeslas. For the full year of coverage, we each pay 559 euros. The number changes a little bit every year, but it's roughly that. It's around 46 euros a month each. But an important thing to note for this video is that our health insurance does not include dental.
Dental insurance is an add-on to our medical insurance, and it's 10 euros a month each, so 120 euros per year.
You pay for this ahead of time, so you pay for the whole year. So if you want dental for 2026, you pay for that when you buy your annual health insurance renewal every January.
We've been in Spain for a little over 2 years, and our first year we had dental insurance. The second year we decided we wouldn't do it. Maybe we'd see a private provider or someone who would pay out of pocket. We never went to the dentist. So this year, our third year here, we decided to get our dental insurance back. And so we are on our dental insurance again.
So that's what we pay for our insurance. I'm sure there are other companies that maybe bundle dental into your medical coverage, but don't assume that your health insurance includes dental. Don't assume that it includes vision. There's going to be very specific things for everyone. And if you know you're going to be using a certain type of care, make sure that your health insurance here in Spain covers that.
Or be aware that you'll pay out of pocket and you might have to sign a disclaimer that it's okay for you to pay out of pocket.
If you have insurance that covers your visa requirements, that's really all that matters. Everything else is additional.
What's it like to go to the dentist in Spain? Well, we have the insurance Adeslas, which meant we had to go to the Adeslas Dental Clinic. We live in a city of about 100,000 people, and because of our health insurance, they're only accepted at one place, which is the clinic. So probably other health insurance maybe would let you go to see other dentists or have a bigger network, but we only have one place that we can go to get our dental care done in our city. So that meant we made our appointment online. It's a really easy online portal through our medical insurance. Got an appointment right away to get my initial screening done.
So a lot of people are nervous about navigating the Spanish healthcare system. How long does it take to get an appointment? Both of us got our appointments within about a week or two. So if you've read horror stories on Facebook groups or whatever, or it's like months of wait time, that hasn't been our experience. However, in larger cities or with specific providers, that might happen. But within 1 or 2 weeks, we were both able to get all of our appointments, which has been very easy.
So that first appointment is just an initial intake, very similar to seeing the dentist in the US. You're just filling out all the forms. We were able to get the forms in English if you ask for them.
Mine was in Spanish.
Oh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I got it in English.
You know, it asks about pre-existing conditions, allergies, that sort of thing. If there's any specific reason to see the dentist, pain, numbness, etc. You can, use Google Translate if you have to. It's not too hard to navigate.
Or just ask if they have the forms in English.
Or
I don't know the word for hypertension in Spanish.
Hypertension.
Okay, maybe that's it. Maybe I should think of a different one. That's harder.
Regardless of what you do, you're going to fill out your paperwork. Then your initial visit, my initial visit was probably very similar to yours.
X-rays.
Is an x-ray and a consultation. The whole thing takes about a half an hour. Mine was really quick. I got taken right in. The hygienist set me up in what I can only describe as the future of x-ray. So I liked my experience. This is why we do this. We each have different experiences. Basically, you put your chin on a chin rest while standing, and then a robot x-ray arm kind of scanned my head. The whole thing took 2 minutes. I think it did a few different scans. And then I stepped out and was done.
Okay, but for me, I got trapped in the machine. Literally, my chin is in there, and there's this thing pressing on your forehead, and you're pressing down, and it starts squeezing my head. And all the technicians were like, "Oh no! Oops, oops, oops!" And then they had to like stop the machine, and then they had to go and get it fixed. And it took me about a half an hour. I'd say 15 minutes of that I was stuck in the machine. Like, so my initial experience wasn't as smooth because the machine was just kind of scary and I wasn't really prepared for something like that.
Mine was, I was complimenting them on the future of x-ray technology today, and they were very proud of their machine, and it was great. After my x-ray, they basically send the x-ray to a computer. You go into the next room and you meet with the dentist. Dentist then looks at your x-ray, makes any notes that they need to do. They tell you if there's an abscess or cavities. They'll talk you through it. Again, this is all happening in Spanish. If your Spanish skills are not up to par, you can try to work your way through it, but I think the expectation in our city is that you're going to speak Spanish at the doctor. A funny thing happened with my x-ray. They said there's a big abscess here. This tooth's going to get pulled. You might have to have a root canal. There's a bunch of cavities. And I was like, whoa, I haven't been to the dentist in a few years, but my teeth aren't falling out. I don't need a root canal. I was super scared. And so I'm like confirming in Spanish that I'm understanding. I'm like, you're going to pull my teeth? I'm getting goosebumps just talking about it. Scared me. This is all like standing and looking at the screen, and then sits me down, open up my mouth. 2 seconds in, goes, wrong x-ray. So they were looking at someone else's x-ray. So then they get up and they look at my x-ray, and he's like, oh, you have great teeth. After some probing with the like the little scraper guy, they found 2 small cavities. They scared me to death, fixed it, and then in my initial consultation, I discovered that I was going to come back for a cleaning, and I was going to come back for another visit where they were going to fill and drill the cavities, basically.
So for me, once they read the x-ray, they said my teeth were fine and that I needed to come back in for that scheduled cleaning.
No cavities?
No cavities.
Star pupil over here.
I had all my mouth issues dealt with when I had health insurance in the US.
Mouth issues.
I grind my teeth. Actually, I brought in my mouth guard to get cleaned because they do that in the US, and they don't clean your mouth guards here.
Oh, really? Lainey wears a mouth guard. It's gross, but adorable. That's good to know that they don't do those little extras that you might be used to.
Yeah, they don't clean your mouth guard.
Your mouth guard, not really.
They also don't give you like toothbrushes and toothpaste samples.
A bunch of stuff.
I didn't get anything.
They liked me more. I think it's because I complimented the x-ray machine. Yeah, I got like mouthwash. I got toothpaste. Maybe the dentist liked me.
I've been twice too for cleanings. Okay, so
there's going to be a little variance in your visit. And I think that's important to point out. Even though we're on the exact same insurance and we went to the exact same dentist, might have a slightly bumpier experience.
I came back for my scheduled cleaning the first time. This was in our first year of living here. They did the cleaning and it hurt so badly.
Yeah, you were pretty nervous to go back.
I couldn't eat anything solid for, I think, 3 days. My gums were bleeding so badly because they just used the oldest tools I've ever seen and just scraped and scraped and scraped. And my sensitive gums wanted to just like die. And I kept going, ah!
How long was your cleaning?
15 minutes. It was very fast. And then they do the little polishing tool and you walk out. There was no fluoride thing, nothing. And cleanings here are once a year, not twice a year like the US dentists recommend. So when I went this year, it had been about a year and a half since my last cleaning. It was less painful. So maybe a different technician was less painful with the scraping. There's still a couple spots where she hit my sensitive gums. That hurt a lot. And she was responsive though to my pain. But still, I've talked to like friends here and they've said, oh, if you can, go to the dentist that has like the numbing cream, because apparently it's kind of known that some of the dentists in our city, at least, are a little rough on your gums.
My experience with the hygienist, because it wasn't a dentist, it was a dental hygienist.
Yeah.
I walked in, I didn't even check in. They're like, oh, it's the American guy. And then sent me right back. I waited for a minute. She came, got me, sat me down, quick chit chat, and then boom. Super fast. I don't think the tools were old or anything. I mean, it's not fun to get your teeth clean, but there was no pain.
Sorry, I think they're not like old tools. They're just old style tools.
No, it's not like rusty torture.
Oh, and
tools.
she got like stuck in my gap here, like with the pick, and she almost pulled my front teeth out. It was awful.
Mine was good. So she went through really quickly, did a good job. There were 1 or 2 trouble spots, really got in there. Did the polish, rinse, spit, leave. I'm not joking. The whole thing from walking in the door and like taking my coat off to walking out, 12 minutes.
I don't know if
13 minutes.
Good thing.
Yeah, it's fast. Well, my appointment was at 10:40. It's 10:55. I'm done. It was good. A little sensitive, but like it's a teeth cleaning. It's never fun. Yeah, man. That was Wham bam. Thank you, dentist. The routine cleaning is very routine. It's not a very in-depth cleaning, but you're going to get your teeth cleaned once a year for free with your insurance. That's important. We didn't pay for the initial appointment, and neither of us paid for the cleaning. That's included in the price of your insurance.
Well, yeah, no additional payments. It's essentially we paid 120 euros a year for one tooth cleaning. So,
and this is where Lainey's journey ends and mine continues. I basically scheduled the initial visit, a week later the cleaning, a week later the cavities. So I went back again. This was with a dentist and a hygienist. I got Novocained up with a needle, both sides, and then they used that drill and got in there. I have some sensitivity, so it wasn't super fun on one side, but something very interesting happened. It's important to show when you're in pain at the dentist so that they can pull back. So I flinched and was definitely showing like that I was uncomfortable. And
Did you go?
I sounded like Chewbacca. Yeah. So she put her hand on my shoulder and like patted me and like was just kind of murmuring like, it's okay, you're doing great. It's okay, you're doing great, which sounds weird, but it was really comforting. They were receptive to my pain. I wasn't just a patient who wasn't responding to Novocaine. I was a person having some difficulty.
The hygienist was like patting my shoulder because I was like, I can't talk, so I'll do this later. But all in all, not too bad.
It was nice. I've never experienced anything like that. And I want to be clear, I've had good experiences at the dentist in the United States, but that was an incredibly personal thing. And she was kind of like helping me ride it out because she knew there was more drilling. She knew that I was like not doing great. You can't just keep shooting you up with Novocaine. That's what you get. So I really appreciated that. Each cavity cost 55 euros. So there's an additional fee on our insurance for cavities or any other like high-end procedures. I don't know what a root canal would cost. I don't know what an extraction would cost, or if you had an emergency dental visit, like if you knocked a tooth out or something. Yeah. I have a feeling that those would be extra, maybe not the emergency, but that's our experience with the dentist here. A little bit of a crapshoot, depending on who you get, a little bit of extra cost if you need more procedures, but our experience is that it's easy to make the appointments. They're quite professional. I think they did a really good job. The most important thing is that I'm gonna go back for my cleaning next year, and that's a big deal. I'm really happy that my wife talked me into it and really made me go, and that my teeth, while not perfect, are better than they were. Thanks, dentist.
Yeah, I was like, go, Shawn, go. I know I had a bad experience, but it wasn't always bad. Go.
Also, fun fact, and let us know in the comments if you want to learn more about anything that we've talked about today, but the funnest thing I learned is that the tooth fairy in Spain is not a woman with wings who like gives you $1 and takes your tooth. It's a rat named Ratoncito Pérez. And the rat stole the King of France's teeth back in the day. And so if you're a little kid and you lose a tooth, put it under your pillow and a rat comes in the middle of the night and takes it and leaves you money. And you see Ratoncito Pérez on all the dentist's office here. There was a little door next to the door to go into the dentist's office for the rat to like go to work. It's very cute. I like the dentist in Spain.
I mean, I had a pet rat, so I like that idea.
This isn't the most exciting topic for us to be talking about, but it's really important to plug into these everyday kind of things when you move to a new country. And it can be scary to navigate, especially if it's your first visit like it was for me. Hopefully this video helps you go get them tooths cleaned because you need to. So if you have any dental horror stories, leave them in the comments below. If you're impressed by futuristic x-ray machines, let me know.
Or if your dentist cleans your mouth guard for you, please tell me.
So thank you so much for spending your day with us. You can subscribe to the channel for more exciting topics like this where we talk about life in Spain. Or click the join button. We've started a membership program where we do monthly live streams with members. If you want to ask us questions, if you want to get to know us, if you want to just
hang out, have a coffee or a vermouth with us.
Yeah. So click that button, join. It's a great way to help the channel and to become a more involved member of what we're making here so that you can ask us questions and we make the videos that you want to see.
So next time you lose a tooth, maybe leave it for Ratoncito Pérez.
Thanks so much for spending your day with us. Look at you.